In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the accessibility tools in Microsoft Word, such as the Immersive Reader and the Dictation tool. Currently, you are looking at a Microsoft Word document, the full desktop application. This is Word 2016. So the accessibility tools are available in both the desktop application, which you're looking at now, as well as the online version of Word through Office 365, which we're going to look at a little bit later. So the tools that you can use in here are the dictation tools and the Immersive Reader are already built into the toolbar. So when you're in your Word document and you are under the Home tab, you will see over here on the right-hand side the dictation option. This is the option that is going to allow you to dictate your words, and if you have a microphone built into your device, it will pick up those words and it will translate them and put them onto the paper. So for example, we're going to press record. This is a test of the dictation tool in Microsoft Word, period. So if you speak clearly and loud and enunciate your words, the dictation tool works very well. If you need to make any changes to what the dictation tool picked up, you can do so by putting your cursor inside the document and then making any necessary changes. The Immersive Reader is also built into your toolbar, and you will find that under the View menu. So when we come over to the View menu, you will see over here under this Immersive section, the Immersive Reader. So if we click on the Immersive Reader, you're going to see the screen change a little bit because there are a number of different options that you have available to you within this Immersive Reader. So you can see here it sort of changes the layout of the text that's on the screen. So if you just want to hear your text read aloud, you can just press this Read Aloud button. So I'm going to put my cursor where I want it to begin to read in the middle of the first word, and then I'm going to click Read Aloud.
This is a test of the dictation tool in Microsoft Word.
So over here on the right-hand side, once you click on Read Aloud, you will have options to play, you will have options to go back or jump to the next paragraph, and you also have this option over here that will allow you to change the speed at which the text is read back to you, and you can also change the voice. So if I wanted to have a different word, I will bring my cursor back to where I want it to start to read.
This is a test of the dictation tool in Microsoft Word.
And I can make those settings here. In addition to the Read Aloud feature, you do have some other options. If you want to change the background color so that the color of the background stands out a little bit different than what is given, you can rest your cursor on any of the colors that are here and you can change that. You can change the line focus, so as the text is being read aloud to you, if you only want one line highlighted at a time, you can do that, or you can change it to multiple lines. So you'll notice when you click on the line focus drop down, you have a number of different options from 1 line to 3 lines or to 5 lines if you only want to see a certain amount of text on the screen. You can change that back to none. You also have the ability to adjust the text spacing. So if you need the text to be a little bit wider, you can choose that. You also have the option to click on syllables, and it will put a little period in between all the different syllables in all the different words, and you can take that off of here as well. And those are the basic features of Immersive Reader. To get out of Immersive Reader and go back into the editing mode in Microsoft Word, you're just going to go ahead and click on Close Immersive Reader. Now we're going to take a look at the Immersive Reader and Dictation tool in the online version of Microsoft Word. So if you are a user of Office 365 and you create your Word documents from the online environment, you also have these tools available to you. You can see here, I know I'm in the online version because I'm open in a web browser, and you can see I have an address bar up here, and the layout of the online version looks a little bit different. However, the tools for Immersive Reader and Dictation are actually really not in a very different place. They're pretty simple to find. So what you're going to do over here in the Home tab to use the Dictation tool, you will see the little microphone icon. When you rest your cursor on it, it will tell you what it is. This is a test of the Dictation tool in the online version of Microsoft Word, period. So I just pressed the mic and it stopped recording. For this one over here, it didn't actually put in the period, so it should have done that. But again, anything that it doesn't pick up correctly, you can just edit and put in your own changes to this. So the dictation tool works very similar to the way it does in the desktop application. In terms of the Immersive Reader feature, that is also, again, going to be under the View menu. And then you will see the option for Immersive Reader. So when we click on Immersive Reader, it's going to change the screen a little bit, and you will have some additional tools like we did in the desktop application. They're just in a slightly different application. You can see here the first word in my sentence is highlighted, so when I am ready to play this, this is where it's going to start. So if I go ahead and press play.
This is a test of the dictation tool in the online version of Microsoft Word.
Some of the other tools that you have available to you after you have played around with the Immersive Reader and reading the text aloud, you also have the ability to change some voice settings over here. So if you would like to change the voice speed, or you would like to change it from male to female, you can do that. In addition, up on the upper right hand side, you have some additional tools, some text preferences. If you wanted to change the text size on the screen, you could do that. If you wanted to decrease the spacing between the words, you also have that ability. You also can change the font, and you can change the background color also if you wanted a slightly different color. Additionally, you have grammar options, and you can again turn on syllables if you so desire. You also have the ability to highlight different parts of speech if necessary. And the final option over here is your reading preferences. So this is line focus. So as text is being read aloud, if you only want one area, one line of text to be highlighted at a time, you can click on that. So that is one of your other options. You also have the picture dictionary. So if there is a word in any of your text that is in the Microsoft Picture Dictionary, when you rest your cursor on that particular word, as you can see here, it will give you an image of that particular word. And you also have the ability to translate. So if there is text in here, you can look through all of the languages, and you can have this not only converted to another language, but you can also do it by word, or you can have the entire document translated, and then you can have it played back in that. So there's a lot of different tools available in the Immersive Reader, and it works pretty seamlessly. We're just going to switch this back over. To exit out of Immersive Reader, all you're going to do is click on this exit button, and we are now back in the online version of our document. And again, we are in the online version, so any changes we are making are automatically being saved. So this was just a little quick summary of how to use some of the accessibility tools in both the online version of Word and the desktop application.